The world watches with bated breath as a glimmer of hope emerges from the ashes of war. After a year of brutal conflict, whispers of peace talks between Ukraine and Russia are circulating. At the heart of this fragile diplomatic dance stands former U.S. President Donald Trump, a figure as polarizing as he is unpredictable. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, facing mounting pressure on the battlefield, appears willing to embrace Trump's unconventional approach to diplomacy. The stakes couldn't be higher. A negotiated settlement could end the bloodshed and bring stability to Eastern Europe. However, a flawed agreement could leave Ukraine vulnerable and embolden Russia's expansionist ambitions. The path to peace is fraught with obstacles. Deep mistrust between the warring parties, conflicting objectives, and the potential for renewed violence cast a long shadow over the negotiations. As diplomats engage in delicate maneuvering, the world waits anxiously to see if this latest chapter will bring a new dawn of peace, or prove to be another false hope in a long and bloody conflict. This much is clear. The coming days and weeks will be critical in determining the fate of Ukraine and the future of Europe's security landscape. The outcome of these high-stakes negotiations will have profound implications for the international order and the balance of power for years to come. On March 4, 2025, former President Donald Trump addressed a joint session of Congress. While the speech covered a wide range of domestic and foreign policy issues, it was Trump's remarks on the ongoing conflict in Ukraine that sent shockwaves through the halls of power. Trump revealed that he had received a personal letter from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. In this letter, Zelensky expressed his desire to enter into direct negotiations with Russia, seeking an end to the devastating war that has ravaged his country. Trump, never one to shy away from the limelight, read excerpts from Zelensky's letter aloud to the assembled lawmakers. The chamber fell silent as Trump's words echoed through the hallowed halls, underscoring the gravity of the situation. President Zelensky has reached out, Trump declared, his voice booming through the chamber. He wants peace and he's ready to talk. And frankly, so are the Russians. I've spoken to them. They want this to end. Trump's pronouncements, delivered with his trademark blend of bravado and ambiguity, left many observers wondering if a breakthrough in the long and bloody conflict was truly within reach. The contents of Zelensky's letter, coupled with his subsequent public statements, signaled a potential shift in Ukraine's approach to the conflict. Zelensky, who had previously maintained a firm stance against any concessions to Russia, appeared to soften his tone. "We are ready for peace," Zelensky announced in a televised address to the Ukrainian people. "We cannot allow more bloodshed. We must find a way to end this war." Zelensky's words were met with a mix of hope and trepidation. While many Ukrainians yearn for an end to the fighting, some fear that negotiations with Russia, particularly under Trump's auspices, could result in a peace deal that compromises Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Adding fuel to the fire, Zelensky took to social media, echoing his willingness to engage in peace talks under Trump's leadership. This public declaration, delivered directly to the people of Ukraine and the wider world, underscored the seriousness of Zelensky's intentions. His willingness to work with Trump, a figure often criticized for his perceived affinity for Russian President Vladimir Putin, raised eyebrows and sparked debate both within Ukraine and on the international stage. Despite the renewed hopes for peace, a prior meeting between Trump and Zelensky cast a long shadow over the current negotiations. The meeting, held in the Oval Office just weeks earlier, ended in acrimony, with no tangible progress made towards a resolution. Tensions flared as Trump, according to sources familiar with the meeting, accused Zelensky of gambling with World War III by not doing enough to appease Putin. The meeting reportedly ended abruptly, with no joint press conference or statements of unity. The acrimonious meeting served as a stark reminder of the challenges inherent in bringing these two leaders together. Trump's unpredictable nature and Zelensky's unwavering commitment to Ukrainian sovereignty make for a combustible combination, one that could easily derail even the most well-intentioned diplomatic efforts. The breakdown of the Oval Office meeting, coupled with the ongoing war in Ukraine, created a climate of uncertainty and mistrust that continues to complicate efforts to find a peaceful resolution to the conflict. The negotiations were intense and, emotions were running high. Both parties had so much at stake. The mineral deal, which everyone thought was a sure thing, suddenly hit a snag. Unexpected disagreements surfaced and the room grew tense. It became clear that the deal, which seemed so close, was now slipping away. As the hours passed, hope began to fade. In the end, what was supposed to be a landmark agreement turned into a missed opportunity. The mineral deal that wasn't, a stark reminder of how quickly fortunes can change. The United States has decided to place military aid to Ukraine on hold. This move has sparked a lot of debate and concern among allies and policymakers. Many are questioning the timing and the potential implications for the ongoing conflict. The decision comes at a critical juncture, with the peace negotiations hanging in the balance. In the realm of international diplomacy, the approach of using both sticks and carrots is often employed. The United States is no exception, leveraging sanctions and incentives to influence behavior. However, the effectiveness of this strategy is always up for debate. Can it truly bring about the desired change, or does it risk further entrenching opposition? Europe has shown remarkable solidarity in rallying behind Ukraine. Countries across the continent are providing support in various forms, from humanitarian aid to diplomatic backing. This unified stance sends a powerful message to the world, emphasizing the importance of sovereignty and the rule of law. However, the question remains, will this support be enough to tip the scales in Ukraine's favor? The path ahead is fraught with challenges and uncertainties. Peace negotiations are delicate and can easily falter. The international community must remain vigilant and committed to supporting a sustainable resolution. As we move forward, the resilience and determination of all parties involved will be put to the test. Only time will tell if these efforts will lead to lasting peace.